So then what do you think the solution is, ladies? Like where do we go from here? Like what is there a solution to this?
I don't think there's a solution until, in my personal and humble opinion, there is no solution until people start understanding and having awareness of themselves. Mm-hmm. And because people don't want to take accountability upon themselves, that's not going to happen.
I'm so big on accountability. It's not
and
even
I
funny,
say that because it's like we're here for a reason. You understand what I'm saying? And now that social media and everything is out there, and they think everything's a joke, and they want to film everything, it has added an additional layer. It's not that these things haven't happened. Like I said, I'm
the beginning of the time.
I mean, I've been out of high school God knows how many years without dating myself. And if that was happening to me then, now it's escalated to a different demeanor.
Yeah.
Now we're losing lives over a simple no.
Well, and
everything's on TV. Like, what was that?
They had thrown this girl into a dumpster.
I feel like the fact that we know this is because
I feel like community-wise, for real, because my cousins were so big in a certain area.
There's no way. Yeah, you're right. There's no way somebody throwing me into
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
When people get made an example of, and I'm not telling people to go do violence, but I tell you this much. A lot of my stories that I had to deal with trauma will never come out. Them dudes, they gonna have a different type of problem. Mm-hmm. You understand me? So I wasn't really going to experience certain things.
Yeah. No.
For real.
No.
Because you can't snatch that. You think
but it shouldn't take
somebody
your cousins to go. You shouldn't be like, I'm going to call my cousin.
No, facts. Let me explain something to you. It takes a community. It does. Because that's where the protection has to come from. They had to know. The girl's mom is going to come up here wilding. So let's not have that happen. And I don't care what nobody ever thought about me. Because guess what? I was coming. And I was coming. So know that I'm coming. The same reason why you don't really call me sometimes. You don't feel like the headache. And I do not care. This is me. Know what I'm coming with. Because too many people are comfortable doing this. Now, when you have strangers and things of that sort, however, if communities actually was stepping in, like, where are the men? This is
I was going to say,
where
are the men?
Where the fathers?
Where the brothers?
Period.
Now, that's
because how are these girls sitting out here
and not one person
stop
that girl from getting thrown in the trash can? Nobody in the neighborhood.
I watched a video the other day, and the dude is in there rocking the chick. It's a man.
Yes.
He's hitting the girl. And I'm saying, I'm looking at all the other men around saying, listen, who raised them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, one of them stepped in.
Yeah. Man, from
hitting
this girl like that, all the females is jumping. And grown ass man standing there. I ain't losing my life over somebody else. These dudes don't have nothing they willing to die for anymore. Cowards.
Yeah.
They so scared. I'm sorry. It matters. Because it shouldn't have to just be your mother or your sister for you willing to. Because guess what? If you stop this nutcase from feeling comfortable like that, because if you don't, you're going to say it might be your mother or your sister. But guess what? Some of them don't even know how to have that. Oh, for their mother or their sister.
But that goes back to how they were.
But it's more than that, though. I think it's influences. I think it's
influences play a major part.
Because some people are raised properly. In some cases, like
but what Sai said, like I know I can say that there are men in my life that I know if I were to call them,
go to war.
Absolutely. If I were to call them,
soldier,
be in jail for me.
I know.
And I mean, without a shadow of a doubt,
they make it clap.
But that's not what I'm saying, though. We had those same men when we were growing up.
Yeah.
It's not like those men didn't exist then.
That's true.
You got uncles that I know would go I know you got some because I know that.
That's why I say.
So, but what I'm saying is, even back in our time,
It didn't stop it from happening.
It didn't stop
You're right.
it from
You're
happening.
right.
See, that's what I'm saying with strangers, and then people don't know, and so
And
so
that's
forth.
But
what
that's
I'm
saying, like strangers
But
having
so
to
like,
jump.
Okay, so I apologize because y'all know I got ADD. I'm a little slow.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
My thing was, what I was saying was when people are made an example of.
Mm-hmm.
So I was saying that didn't happen to me because of the reputation and the things that happened to dudes in that area. So what I'm saying is, so it didn't really happen in the masses like that, community wise, because it was not accepted.
Right.
So when people take a standpoint on you not touching this girl, you not doing this to this girl,
as a community,
this is not accepted.
Yeah,
this is not acceptable. This is gonna get done to you. It was a certain point in time. I hate to be ghetto, but I'm gonna be. People did not snitch comfortably because things happen to snitches.
Yeah.
Once you make things acceptable, it now becomes the norm.
No, but you're
People
right. You know
think that they can do it.
But you know what? In some countries, there have been incidents where something has happened to some, a female and things like that, and the community has come in and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, they're gone. I don't know what. Yep, gone." And the police are like, "Well, I don't know. There's nothing we can do. I'm sorry."
So other people will be scared to repeat that sort of history or do that sort of thing if there was, because they ain't really locking nobody up for none of that stuff. These people is doing this type of stuff. He probably shot at them and walked away. Like, these kids is wilding, the adults is wilding, people are wilding. Like, it's a whole satanic era now.
But you know what? But you're right. And you know what? And I'm glad that she brought up community though, because I was gonna say earlier, I had said, I had a stalker at one point, and I was definitely smiling and talking to them at an event. And they came up to my high school. And they remembered me saying that I would be 18 soon. And they came up to my high school.
In fact,
and girl, like 2-3 months later, came to my school, remembered, because they were 10 years older than me. So they remembered that I was 18 and found me. And I remember walking through the halls and somebody's like, "Yo, your uncle's here," and I was like, "My uncle?
Damn.
What uncle will be here?" And I thought maybe one uncle would come because I was like, if something happened to my parents, he might show up. So I was like, "What's going on?" I get to the front, I'm like, "What? This is a guy."
Come into the school?
Yes, he did. The front of the yes, he was.
This is when I say mental because I'm so sorry. Sorry,
No.
I'm bold.
But then came with a friend. They came with a friend because they were Muslim. And so he wanted to take me out.
Start taking shots.
No.
He was just a man.
He wasn't by himself. No, he wasn't by himself. So he came with a friend because he wanted to take me out to eat. But I couldn't sit in the front with him. So his friend was going to sit in the front. And he wanted to take me to go get ice cream. I was thinking, first and foremost, I'm 18. Ice cream, would you like to go get a cup of coffee or some tea? Would you like to go out to dinner? Because what are you talking about? Ice cream, do I look like I'm 12 to you? That's what went through my mind.
You're not 54 either.
But then second was, "But sir, you came up to my school. This is weird." And then you asked me for ice cream. Like, this is strange. And then he had his friend just sitting there. I'm like, is this normal? Is this okay?
Where was he from?
Not okay. DC area.
Was he raised there? Was it culture or anything? Because
I don't know, but he was in DC, and so he came and found me. And then something was going on. I said I had to leave or whatever. Do you know he waited, in the parking lot, and I was scared to walk home because but then he came back up again to the school. It happened more than one time, and so
he wanted to make her his wife.
He did. No. It wasn't.
So that's what I was gonna say.
Here's the thing. It was. He did. But the thing is, because you all said community, I told my mother. And I told her his name because he was also someone known in the DC area. Like he was running for council or something else. He was also on TV sometimes as a whatever. So he was known. And so I told my mother what was going on because I was like, "Listen, I don't want this man just jumping out the car. This is weird. You remember when I was going to turn 18, you came to my school. You showed up at my school, so you remembered this is from a conversation from months ago."
I can look at this in so many different ways.
No, I know, but when I told my mother reached out, because we talk about community. So she reached out to my godmother and my other aunties, the friend.
Everybody got to working.
Yes. And one of them was like, "Hold on, I know him, don't worry about it. I got this. I will make a call." Made a call. That was it.
Disappeared. Poof.
Never even.
Their moose.
Yes. Nothing. The next time I saw him was on TV as a correspondent or something.
But in that case,
had law
it doesn't.
enforcement stalkers. Two of them.
Yeah, and those you got to be careful with because they got a certain type of arrogance. Because I've had one too.
I had one cop too.
A certain type of crazy.
Yeah, I had a cop.
No,
Yeah.
seriously,
No,
serious.
yeah. No, I had a cop.
And they think that they're untouchable.
With on one date.
I had a cop too.
One date.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
sleep
think
with a
cops
man,
is whack,
nothing.
So
Yeah.
probably
And
not.
he,
I had to say it.
I had a cop too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corn.
Yeah. That was crazy. Yeah, he was stalkerish.
I feel like a lot of them have had bad experiences as children, and they get this badge, and they're overly arrogant. And I hate an arrogant man anyway. And a lot of them feel like they're untouchable now behind that shield. You know, I've had guys tell me all my information. You can pull it up now. Listen, you don't scare me. I'll obey.
Oh, okay. That's
Play
a whole nother topic.
Play if you want to. You can come around here thinking that badge means something. You know, but a lot of them have it's scary. That situation is less scary than a cop.
You're right.
Seriously,
Now, for me in high school, that was scary because you're popping up at my school and you meet me in the parking lot and you know, and I walk home. So I don't know if you're gonna follow me home.
First of all, I think the stalking. You know, I've had several people in my family that are no longer alive.
Right.
You know, well, the stalking stuff. Very bad history of it in my family with the stalking. I'm talking people that ex-husbands stalking, boyfriends from way back in the day stalking, and then just. One of them was just like a random, infatuated. So the stalking I have a very low tolerance for. I don't like it and so on and so forth. What I have learned as I got older is that what we are accustomed to, everybody is not. I was talking to this African guy. They're raised sometimes so different. And I'm so comfortable and maybe just used to neglect that I almost was just like, insulted that he was so persistent the way he was. I'm like, this is weird. You shouldn't even be this beat. Like, what's wrong with you? Something's up with you. He's like, I really want you. I'm like, unfortunately, God's gonna have to show me the hard way. I'm gonna have to get somebody that don't want me that bad.
So it's culture. Sometimes it is culture.
No, it really.
Sometimes it is culture.
It really is cultural.
Yes.
And they want to lock in with their mate. And sat there like he had a whole blueprint for us. I was like fresh out of faith, I just started like talking to guys. It was like 2006, 2007. You know what I mean? I was like not ready for anything serious. And he had a whole map out of what life was going to be like. We're going to do a couple years here. And I'm saying, I'm not even going to talk to you. I don't want the crab cake that bad. I'm sorry. Y'all know she go on the lunch dates. She will go eat. Whose plate is clear?
But you know what? She will go eat and then not call. So that might be why some guys, something's trigger them. Something's trigger them.
Oh, that's why I get it.
he
I gotta stop this. Anyway, I got my own crab cakes now, and I only go out with my homies. I don't do no lunch dates because that has gotten weird.
After my 4th major stalker in a row,
Damn, major?
I stopped. I stopped like dating and everything. I was like, you know what? Let me take this time to figure out me. What about me is attracting these crazy people?
Yeah.
Because there is no way that it's just them.
Mine is my niceness. Now, I don't know. Mine is my niceness. That's why I get the crazies all the time because she plays too much. Hi, how you doing? And I really don't beat. So I've had to learn to stop doing that. So, what do you do? Because you ain't doing that. You definitely ain't doing that. How is your energy bringing them?
I don't. Listen, I had to look for different things. Before I was open to, without definition of what I was looking for in potential mates. And that openness
again, that sounded good. He was looking without definition
of what I wanted in my potential mate.
That was good, wasn't it?
I know, I had to run it back.
Yeah.
I didn't love like that. I was like,
she didn't have a blueprint.
She didn't have a list.
No, I know.
She didn't have a
but I like the
that
way
blueprint wasn't there.
Yeah, she didn't have a map.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that randomness brought them random people to me, so I had to check myself.
Ooh, that's deep right there, girl. Mm-hmm. The energy you put out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like
Sometimes
it.
the energy you put out is what you do get back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely love ponder. In fact, revisit that in my brain later. Side ease.
You need a blueprint. So.
Yeah, because I don't know what I want. I just know what I don't want.
You need a
See?
blueprint.
That's where you start off. You start off by going to what you don't want.
Open.
And then that way you can start
So, yeah.
breaking down what you do want. Because from going to not knowing what I want and don't want led me to that shit.
Mm.
When I started reading out, okay, this is what I don't want. That was the first step.
I always think, accept people for who they are, be open and so on and so forth, because it's so easy to be judgmental and picky,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a lot of exposure to a lot of stuff that allows me to be unrealistic. When I start looking for what I want, I have to be realistic,
Right.
because
You have to be open-minded for what God may be sending you. But you don't got to take everything that comes.
no, you're right.
So
That's what. Well, we
Which-
talked. And I
say that to
nice
say-
little. I think I'm there. I'm focused, man. Tell Steph to holler at me, man. It took a minute.
I'm saying that to say, right, to because we can still say no. It shouldn't have to be shot at, right? You're still
Yeah.
going to come across some really good people that you're not going to say yes to.
Yeah, you don't
Right.
have to
Because they're not
try
your
everybody out.
Everybody's not your person.
Everybody is not your person.
Everybody's
You're
not
right.
your person.
We're
We're not going to say
Why do
yes.
you guys think it's escalated? Because, seriously, it became a problem. The girl in New York blew my. It was so close to the block that I'm usually at. Okay, it was scary for me. Now, cheesy, you got a gift and a curse with that situation. Me would have probably always let him buy it. What? Yes. You're taking my, okay. And now I'm the girl that get raped because she's too nice.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Or I'm the girl that led you on.
Yeah.
And now
When I'm not beat for real, later on, we got a problem.
Right.
What they did to that girl in New York crushed me on so many levels. One, it was way too many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Two, damn,
Yeah.
really?
They better face.
This where we at now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause something going on with you right now. You
Right.
feel less of a. What happened? What's going on?
That you feel less of a man. Yeah. What?
And
yes.
the homeboys.
And she
That's
was
what
hard.
helped.
No, they helped. They were the
Nobody
homeboys.
helped her.
They had some help, and some just stood there.
That's what I'm talking
And the ones that
about.
just stand there remind me of the police
Cowards.
officers who don't say shit or don't
Oh,
stop
there you
their
go.
men.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Stop it.
That's something.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's something.
And that to me is a learned behavior too. Like, where are you learning it? Like, where do you step in? Where is the community? Where are the people that will stand up? Because that makes me feel like there are more cowards out there.
Well,
Okay, so I saw this infogram. It says that it's
on that, I'm
it's
head
no
out.
longer about
Head out.
it's no longer about community because it shows that it is about individualism. It's an individual family core. That's what the whiteness has been
I'm about to
promoting,
say that is yes.
and that's what it's about.
But it's been like that for some time. I don't know
Yeah.
you guys.
Not within our communities.
It said it's been the agenda,
Ah,
but that's how they've been breaking stuff down.
Within our communities.
It is in a certain extent. Like if you ever watch the 2020 Don Quinones when he does those little skits,
Yeah.
and he's putting things out there. We're appalled at it, but we're not stopping it. There are some people that do step up,
But I
within
would.
our communities.
Well, I have a question.
But
Do you know your neighbors?
I do.
Yes, no.
I know.
Yes, no. We're not even. We're gonna
I
do
live in
this
a
question.
cul-de-sac.
Wait.
There are 5 houses.
Wait. We're gonna do it yes or no. Seriously. No black. No gray areas. Black or white. We're gonna come back to you since you want to play with the answer.
I know half of them because
Yes.
we live in a cul-de-sac. So I know
No.
half.
You have neighbors. You have two. I'm not talking about
Oh.
your community. I didn't say community.
No, in my street. I live
you
in a
know-
dead-end cul-de-sac. That's where.
Do you know your neighbors?
Yes.
Do you know your neighbors?
Mine just
You
moved
might
in.
not count
Mine just
because
moved
you're
in.
new Do you
Yeah,
know
mine
your
just
neighbors?
moved in. No, 2 new houses just moved in.
I know
Like,
my
it's just a
neighbors.
cul-de-sac, so I don't know them.
I know my neighbors.
I don't know.
I met my
No, no, no.
right next door.
I don't even know y'all. So, like, how much do you know
I met
somebody?
my right directly, but the ones across the way,
Most people-
they just moved in. So I
Most
don't-
people
I waved
do
at
not.
them. Bless you.
Excuse me, getting an emergency.
I was like,
Most people do not know their neighbors. There is no community anymore. I live in a very old neighborhood, and I have to say, partial is my fault. Now, I grew up in the community. I've always known my neighbors. So as I got older, I got out of the habit of wanting to know
your
my
neighbors.
neighbors,
That's the key.
right?
That's
So
the key.
when I moved out here, I remember my mother was she's like, nobody came over. Oh, did you? Because we know the importance of neighbors for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The way I was raised and so on and so forth. Neighbors have an importance. Islamically, you have to be kind to your. If you eating and your neighbor is not eating, Islamically, that's like a big deal. Like that's a problem because if push comes to shove, whatever happens in life, they are your first go-to.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And it goes back to what certain cultures have tried to eliminate: the importance of community.
Yeah.
Because if everybody know the neighbors,
Yeah.
if you know these two, those two know those two,
Yeah,
and
right.
those two know
And everybody
those two,
knows,
and that now makes a
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.